Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of the TFC Express, the Fandom Cantina Express, right here on the Fandom Cantina YouTube channel. I'm your host, Sage, and today we get to talk about the third part of our review series of the brand new Blumhouse Halloween. That's right, Halloween 2018, titled just Halloween. There was a tagline in there in the advertising, Face Your Fate. And we had the privilege of being at the Toronto International Film Festival, downtown Toronto on Yonge Street at the Elgin and Winter Garden Theatre. It was a blast to be a part of. Very, very privileged to have had the opportunity to go there and experience that. And today, in the third part of our review series of said Halloween movie, David Gordon Green's Halloween movie, we're going to talk about the Scream Queen herself, Jamie Lee Curtis. So let me just start off by saying Jamie Lee was extremely kind with her time at the Toronto International Film Festival. She did a really good job of making the fans feel welcome, and you could tell, I'm sorry if this is going to offend some Halloween H2O fans. But if you remember the press tour for that event, remind you, it's not nearly as covered well then as it is today due to social media and the internet and all that. It was a mail-in job. Jamie Lee seems extremely excited to promote this movie and share it with everybody. And you know what? She should be. Because the movie is excellent. If you've heard our previous review on Michael Myers, if you've heard our previous review on the movie itself, non-spoiler, and I should state this is non-spoiler as well. These are all non-spoiler reviews until we get to our big spoiler review. If you heard the first part of this review series, you know I'm not the biggest Jamie Lee Curtis fan. I'm not going to sit there and shine her shoes and say that she's, the best thing that ever happened to Halloween. I think her performance in 2 is very overrated. She's not in a ton of the film. She's fantastic in 1, and I don't really have much good to say about her in 7 or 8. That might upset some people. Remember, film is subjective to the viewer. This is just my take. This isn't fact. This is how I feel about her in those films. And, I don't think she'd make my top 3 performers in Halloween. I really don't. As an overall series. But in this movie, David Gordon Green's Halloween, to be released October 19th to the public, in this movie, Jamie Lee Curtis is second to only Michael Myers. Jamie Lee Curtis delivers a performance that is not only believable, but for the first time since the first movie, I actually felt emotion towards her character. And I'll even go as far as saying I felt more emotion towards Laurie Strode in this movie than I have in any other Halloween movie. I really get where the character's coming from. You suffer the PTSD. The performance Jamie Lee pulls off, the mentally wounded and damaged character of Laurie Strode in this movie is leaps and bounds better than H2O. In H2O, you get it. She has some issues. She's probably not the world's best mom. That definitely rings true in this one as well. And she's an alcoholic. But this one runs so much deeper. It gets into the real internal conflict Laurie has with the whole situation. And not just Michael Myers, but what Haddonfield has become, what it was like to raise her daughter, how that process was taken. It's not a spoiler. It's already out there in public, but, losing her daughter to the system. The way Jamie Lee interacts with her daughter, her son-in-law, and her granddaughter in this film, along with the public and Michael himself, is so believable. It feels like this could actually happen. As cool as the Mark of Thorn stuff got at times. Sometimes it was silly. Sometimes it was cool. This feels like a believable event that could happen in the town over from me. And the performance that Jamie Lee gives, you feel attached to the character in this movie. You're riding along with her. You totally understand her perspective and where she's coming from. And I think that, that's a huge nod towards Jamie Lee. She could have mailed this in. She could have easily mailed this in. This is a movie that was made for $10 million. $10 million. That rarely happens anymore. And I'm sure she has a decent sized cut of that, maybe even points on the movie. But she's absolutely wonderful in this movie. And it's not just, because, hey, there's Laurie Strode. Hey, there's JLC again. Let's get on the JLC bandwagon. It's nothing like that. I'm the last person you're ever going to see jump on a JLC bandwagon. That's just fact. But in this movie, I absolutely sympathize and understand where Laurie's coming from. And all I will say is, if you're not a Laurie Strode / Jamie Lee Curtis fan, this movie might change your mind. I really, truly think that. And if you are, then strap yourselves in, because you're in for the best performance she's ever given in a Halloween movie. That's right. For me, Jamie Lee Curtis in this movie is a 9.5 out of 10. Nearly perfect. I loved her in the movie. She makes the movie click better. And I can't wait to hear what all of you think. So if you have any questions below, jump down into the comment section, leave a comment. We'll answer them when we do our open mic Halloween segment. There is one of those coming. Like the video, dislike the video if you didn't like it. I want to know what you think. We all want to know what you think. Click the subscribe button. We'd like to have you back for future content. Don't forget, you can check us out on Facebook, Fandom Cantina, or you can follow us on Twitter or Instagram at Fandom Cantina. Like everybody else, when it comes to this movie, I was so geared up for the return of a vintage Michael Myers, and I got it. I was not prepared for the Laurie Strode we got, and boy, did I leave incredibly impressed. I hope you guys are too. Until next time, take it easy.